Welcome to the Veritas Airwave session. I'm delighted to introduce Patrick Fisher and Andrew Stewart of Veritas, here to talk to us about the need for end-to-end protection across the entire cloud environment, including popular SaaS applications, Microsoft Teams, Dynamics 365, G Suite, and Salesforce. Over to you, Andrew.
Thank you very much, Sophie. Like Sophie said, my name's Andrew Stewart. I'm the local distribution success manager, working closely with Westcon. We've got Patrick Fisher here as well, our Veritas solutions engineer.
Hi, everyone.
Great. So, thank you for joining. Firstly, I wanted to just cover off what outcomes we want to achieve today. So what me and Patrick are hoping to do is to help you understand the shortfalls with SaaS today. We want to show you how data within SaaS is actually the end user's responsibility, because there's a lot of misconceptions around whose responsibility the data is within these SaaS environments. So we want to show you some evidence and just some detail on that. We want to show you some common use cases. Why are people backing up SaaS today, and why is it important to you? We want to help you better understand how Veritas delivers on these initiatives. We also want to show you the Veritas offering and what it includes. Okay, so here's the agenda. This is what we want to cover off. So the first thing is going to be common SaaS provider misconceptions. As we go down the list, this is the rest of the agenda. But I won't bore you with all that. So we'll jump straight into the first one. So here's three key things we see when we talk to people around SaaS and backing up SaaS, or even adopting SaaS, sorry. So there's a common misconception that SaaS providers are responsible for the data. So it's an assumption that if I, say, migrate my Office 365 or even my email into a SaaS environment like Office 365, that SaaS provider takes responsibility for backing that up and protecting it, when that's actually not the case. What these SaaS providers do generally is they will replicate the data to make for availability purposes. So it's not effectively a backup. It's different. So we'll give you some more detail on that. Like I said, SaaS provider performs backups of the data, and also data is not deleted when that's not the case either. So let's have a look at some evidence on this. Right. So if you look here in the Microsoft online subscription agreement, it says here within that agreement that you're solely responsible for the content of all customer data, and Microsoft does not and will not assume any obligations with respect to the customer data. You can see that on the left here. Now, if you look on the right, this is a little graph that shows us where the responsibility lies when you adopt these sort of services. So if we look here, at the top, you've got data classification and accountability. Now, whether you're adopting on-prem, infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and even SaaS as software as a service, as we're talking about today, the responsibility for that data, it still lies with the customer, okay, which is your data. So let's have a look at some use cases on why it's important to protect the data and back it up as an end user. So here's some scenarios we've seen. So an end user can delete a file or record by mistake, and then close the application, and then it's not available anymore, right? Another one, a disgruntled employee could purposely destroy data, and then in that scenario, you need to somehow recover it. Another complex scenario where you get breached, a cyber adversary gains unauthorized access, such as ransomware, and then encrypts the data and demands a ransom for you to pay to get that data back. And in that instance, having a recoverable copy of the data is going to be really important. Another scenario, an administrator could accidentally delete the file, or the entire SaaS service, apologies. So that's where you need another a backup, or a recoverable backup copy of all your data. Another one you see is compliance requirements. So such as financial services organizations, they're regulated and they have to meet certain compliance frameworks. And one of them key objectives within the compliance frameworks will be having a recoverable copy of your data, and also consistently backing up your data, month to month. Also managing a hybrid email environment. You might be migrating to cloud and need a copy of that there as well. So let's have another closer look. So if you look on the left here, traditionally, when you're running applications on-prem instead of in the cloud, it's your responsibility to manage things all the way from the network, the security, all the way to the data, okay? When we look in the middle here, you'll see in the blue, this is what the SaaS vendor actually takes accountability for. So from the network all the way up to the application, but the data is still the end user responsibility, okay? So, and if we look on the right here, you'll see, industry analysts also recommend using third-party backup tools to ensure your data is protected. So, like we said before, SaaS providers, they do offer some sort of, availability of the data, but what they offer isn't enough. So, if we look, let's say an organization gets hit with, some sort of data loss, say after a limited retention period, your data could be deleted. So a SaaS provider may decide after a certain amount of time they delete data from their records. You may want to recover that in a couple of years or in the future at some point. So having a copy of that data is going to be important for you. If you're not achieving compliance and you can't demonstrate, that you are, backing up your data, if you're subject to compliance, like a financial services organization, you could be subject to a fine. If you depend on a SaaS provider to protect the data for you, there isn't a guarantee that they can recover your data. We've even seen in instances where organizations have been using a SaaS service and it can cost them up to 10 grand just to go and recover that data. And it can take up to 8 weeks. Also, no control because an organizer or an end user isn't, delivering the security, not providing the firewalls, they're not doing the patching, they're not doing the audits from a security perspective on that environment. They have no control of what exposure that SaaS provider has to security, to attacks. So, if you don't have a backup copy of your data, you can't actually deliver on any recovery point objective or recovery time objective for your data. So that's why having SaaS protection with a third-party provider is really important if you are if you're using SaaS at the moment or if you're going to adopt SaaS. So in summary, what will Veritas SaaS Backup allow you to do? So firstly, it's going to ensure your recoverability. So if you are in any of them scenarios that we talked about in them different use cases, you're going to have the ability to recover that data in them instances. Also, if there is a human error or someone accidentally deletes something, you can recover it. If you get hit with ransomware or some sort of malware in the environment, you're going to have a recoverable copy. And also, like we said before, you can meet compliance requirements if you're subject to that. Okay, so that's at a high level what the reasons why an organization would adopt a protection service for SaaS. But now what I'd like to do is hand you over to Pat, and he's going to take us through the detail on what the Veritas SaaS Backup offering includes and just some more detail on it.
Thanks, Andy. So I will just share my screen. Okay, so Veritas SaaS Backup. What we've tried to do is provide a data protection solution that sort of meets kind of like three key areas. One, it's easy to use. One that provides flexibility in regards to restoration, and one that provides a cost savings. So how do we do this? Now, we've designed it so it's easy to set up, right? You can set up your backups within minutes. Your backups are automated, and you can actually access that data from anywhere. As long as you've got an internet connection and a web browser, you'll be able to access your data. The flexibility of restores, we've designed to provide granularity around restoration. So if you're looking at just restoring an individual email or file, we can restore that to the whole Office 365 suite, for example. The restores are secure, so transmission between your SaaS provider and SaaS Backup uses secure controls. The great thing is it gives you those cost savings. There's no hardware to manage, there's no software to install, and there's no maintenance. Just like moving to your SaaS service, for example, Office 365 being the most popular migration, gone are the days of managing Exchange, managing file servers, patching, hardware upgrades. So from a data protection, you had your backup system. Now with SaaS Backup, the same applies. You're not having to manage that infrastructure, providing cost savings. Right, so our SaaS Backup solution sits in local data centers located in Sydney, Australia. So we've got two data centers geographically split. We maintain 4 copies of customers' data. So in the event of any failure, we've got redundancy built in. It's web-based, so it's designed to be end-user centric, right? Designed to be easy to use and recover. Like I said, the setup process is quite easy. It's 3 steps, and it pretty much takes about 2 minutes to set up and get going. The service is subscription based, so it's charged on a per user per month basis. From a backup perspective, we perform 2 backups every day, and they split between 12 hours. So if you were to sign up to SaaS Backup right now, your backup will start immediately, and then 12 hours after that, you'll have a second copy. So you'll always have 2 copies of your backup on a per day basis. The great thing is retention capabilities are unlimited. So if you have requirements to keep your data forever, you can with this service. Of course, storage is also unlimited. So you've got unlimited retention, you've got unlimited storage. So you can keep as much data as you can, and you're not charged for it. And again, as I mentioned, no on-prem software to deploy, no hardware to manage. So some of the key features that I want to talk about around our SaaS Backup offering. It's simple management. So it provides all-in-one workload protection. Not just Office 365. We also protect G Suite, Dynamics 365, and also Salesforce. So you can protect if you actually manage some of those many workloads, you can actually protect it through the one single console. We've got a number of restore options available, so we can actually restore to the original location. You've got the ability to download the item, to your local machine. You can email it, or you can even create a link to that item and share it to individuals or within your team. We've got the searchability, so we can go back in time and see where your data is that was protected on that day, and also the ability to preview it. So now when looking to restore an item, sometimes it's difficult to actually find out where the item is depending on the backup sets. So with SaaS Backup, we provide the ability to actually share. So we can actually type in a shared description, let's say the name of a subject, and it'll actually go through and find all those items, and within all the various backups. So let's say if you're looking for an item that was backed up 5 days ago, you can actually find that quite easily. And the great thing is it's set and forget. Once it's set up, your data is backed up automatically. As you add new users to the environment, they will also be protected automatically. So from a management and reporting perspective, we've covered over 3 things now: access, statistics, and insights. Now with access, we have roles-based access controls built in, so you can actually assign different members within the IT team different access. So you could have a master admin that has control of the whole solution down to let's say a backup admin that can only, let's say, restore an Office 365 workload. We also utilize single sign-on to add that extra level of security. From a statistics perspective, you have the ability to overview how much data has been backed up and stored and shared within, across your environment or your organization. And we give you insights. We give you a real-time dashboard to give you the view of your operations, allow you to create alerts with email notifications to assist in any issues or remediation, and also capture audit and logs. In the event that you've got compliance requirements, you can actually show to your auditors that your data has been backed up. So what we protect. So right now we protect Office 365, Microsoft Dynamics 365, G Suite and Salesforce. Our future roadmap is to also include Microsoft SQL, Azure, Box and Dropbox workloads. Now, we'll go into more detail around our SaaS backup offerings. So as I said, it's a hosted service, so no hardware, software or CapEx involved. We provide unlimited storage, so there's no extra costs to store your data as it grows. You've got unlimited retention, so again, no extra cost on retaining how long of that data you need. It's licensed on a per user and workload, so it's subscription based and it aligns to the SaaS application vendor. And we also provide a white glove service for, when you do sign up, there's a free onboarding service to get you started. So as you can see, from different workloads, we've got Office 365. We can protect emails, and everything around your emails, like your calendar, contacts, tasks. Protect shared mailboxes. We also protect the in-place archives, and of course, OneDrive, SharePoint, groups, teams, and public folders. Dynamics 365. So your customer services, your field service details, marketing, and so forth. G Suite. We protect email. Your Google Drive. Your Google Sites. Your Team Drive, and then of course from Salesforce, we also protect the components around your accounts, your contacts, your leads, your opportunities, down to even campaigns and any customer fields that you might have. So I'll just go through and to highlight how SaaS Backup enhances Office 365. Being the most popular of the SaaS solutions out there, one does make a second copy. So Office 365 doesn't achieve that 3-2-1 backup strategy, and it doesn't protect you from ransomware. What SaaS Backup provides is it gives you that secondary copy on separate infrastructure. So giving you that 3-2-1 backup strategy. Number two, it doesn't keep data for a long time, so when it's deleted. So by default, Office 365 has a 14-day retention within Exchange and a 93-day retention for OneDrive and SharePoint. Now, once an item's deleted and it passes that retention period, that data is permanently deleted, right? So how we resolve that is we provide that unlimited retention and the ability to set retention policies. So if you have a requirement to keep your backups for 1 year, we can meet that. Then comes number three. Litigation hold really isn't a practical backup, right? It's designed to preserve data for e-discovery purposes, right? So they're there to make sure that when end users delete some data, and it could be something important, based on an investigation, the litigation holds there to preserve that data. By doing that, what it can do is create liabilities and also increase costs. So using litigation hold as a backup actually makes it a lot more challenging. And of course, finding deleted data within your site collection in the recycle bin is quite complex. So what we do is we provide that built-in backup and recovery, right? It's not just retention; it's there to protect your information. And lastly, restores are limited. So, there is no point in time restore for Exchange. you got to have an active user license. If you actually want to restore data that was accidentally deleted, and the whole process can take about 20 minutes. It's quite a complicated process to restore data. What we provide is that point in time restore, provide the ability to provide advanced search, and be able to actually restore inactive users at no extra cost. Now, I just want to show that we provide a comprehensive Office 365 data protection, but also much more. And as I mentioned before, we protect Dynamics 365, Salesforce, G Suite, and then we've also introducing other SaaS workloads in the future. So from an Exchange perspective, we protect all of Exchange Online, all of your OneDrive for Business, all your SharePoint Online, and of course, groups and teams. It's a comprehensive, quick and simple backup, right? As I mentioned, it takes 2 minutes to set up, and it's an easy 3-step process. The backups are automated, so it happens twice a day, every 12 hours. You've got the ability to perform multiple restore options, and it takes seconds to restore, so giving you that RPO, RTO objectives and be able to meet them. And the other features is, again, nothing to install to deploy. The upgrades are automatic. You've got roles-based access controls to give the extra level of security, and you set your retentions according to your retention policies, right? And of course, you've got the ability to provide email alerts. So here, I just want to show you how Veritas SaaS Backup leads the market. Now we've got all the different workloads that we protect. You've got some of the vendors, where the Office 365 and some other cloud backup vendors. But when you look to the right, what at Veritas we've tried to achieve is to give customers the most comprehensive backup and restore for the most popular SaaS services out there. So just to summarize, Veritas SaaS Backup is a cloud-to-cloud backup solution, right? And designed to protect Office 365 and your other SaaS applications out there. So it's comprehensive. It protects Microsoft 365, Microsoft Dynamics 365, G Suite, and Salesforce. It's easy to set up. You've got the ability to create configurable retention policies. It's quick and easy to find and restore data. You've got unlimited storage, so no need to worry about capacity planning and purchasing more storage. It's part of the service, and it's secure and reliable. The data is encrypted in flight and at rest, and we use TLS 1.2 and 256-bit AES encryption. We utilize blockchain technology, and giving the ability to provide single sign-on and MFA support. So just an overview on how we're licensed. As mentioned, it is a subscription-only service. It can be sold as a 1 to 3 year subscription, priced per user per month model. The service can be paid either monthly, quarterly, or annually, or can be paid upfront for the entire term if you so wish to. And additional users can be added at any time. Now, the one thing I want to emphasize is our workloads are licensed individually and are all inclusive, right? So you can't just buy email protection for Office 365. So with Veritas SaaS Backup, we protect all of Office 365, all of G Suite, all of Dynamics 365, and all of Salesforce. Now, how to get started?
Yeah, I can cover this off if you want, Pat. So yeah, how to get involved. So if SaaS Backup is something you want to get involved in, you want guidance and support, if you can engage with your local Veritas partner in New Zealand, and we'll gladly work with them and give you everything you need to adopt this. And there's even a free 30-day trial. So if you want to give it a go and get a feel for it, we can work with you around getting that going. And also it's really easy to set up. So if you do want to have a go at it, it's a pretty seamless experience. Next slide, Pat. Yeah, so I think that's it. Thank you very much for taking the time to listen to us and understand how Veritas assists organisations that are looking to adopt SaaS. Yeah, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us or your local Veritas partner. And yeah, we're only a call away.